Hi, hello, welcome. Today I'm going to recommend some Poggers gaming mice for Minecraft PvP. The first thing I'm going to say is this. I'll be recommending them through the clicking methods like jitter clicking and butterfly clicking, and drag clicking. That'll be the free clicking methods. Also, I've only used a couple of these mice that my friends own. So this isn't like... This is suggestion. This isn't actually like... full on like, you should get this. This is just like recommendations. Watch other videos which they've actually been tested. For first off, I'm gonna do jitter clicking because it's like the least popular now. For jitter clicking and normal clicking, they're the same thing, to be honest. I don't really care. I'd recommend the Logitech G Pro X Superlight and G Pro Wireless. The Superlight weighs less than a feather. It is only 63 grams, which pretty poggers, am I right, gamers? And G Pro Wireless weighs 80 grams if you want a bit more like weight to play with. So it's like not just really like wobbly in the hand. The G Pro Wireless uses Omron D2FCFK50M switches. But the G Pro Superlight has 20M Omron switches. I wouldn't recommend either of these mice for butterfly clicking though, because they cannot double click due to the fact the debounce delay, which they've been given, is unchangeable. But both of these mice cost about 100 quid, and not everyone can afford that, because they might be less Bill Gates. The Razer Viper Mini, of which costs about, what, 30 quid on Amazon right now, will work really well for jitter clicking, mainly because it weighs 60 grams, and it uses the Razer optical mouse switch, which is physically impossible to double click on because it's a laser. Righty, now for the butterfly clicking, of which I should have more experience for because that's the clicking method I use, but the mouse I use is not a recommendation. Actually, if this video does quite well, I will make a video on whether my mouse is still worth it for Minecraft PvP. When it comes to butterfly clicking, you're going to want a mouse that double clicks to get the best out of it. Now, double clicking is it's a problem with switches where when you click the mouse, it vibrates the switch and which registers more clicks. The old faithful mouse for this would be the glorious Model O, because it has a debounce delay changer, which is pretty cool. The Model O weighs around 69 grams, nice, and uses Omron 20 switches. The brother of the Model O is the Model D. The Model D is more comfortable and has the same switches as the Model O, so they get the same CPS. CPS is clicks per second if you didn't know. The Model D weighs around 70 grams, so there's no difference there. Both these mice cost around 50 quid on Amazon as well, which is pretty handy, I'm gonna assume, because that's not too expensive. But these mice have a chaser on them, because the HyperX have now popped off with the Pulsefire Haste. The Pulsefire Haste weighs 10 grams lighter, it's 59 grams, but due to its debounce delay and its TTC golden micro switches, it can still butterfly click and double click really well. Plus, they all have pretty cool LEDs. And the HyperX Pulsefire comes with grip tape, so, you know, it's cheaper. Now, for the elephant of clicking methods is drag clicking. Oh, goodness, I'm gonna cry, aren't I? This is the clicking method made by people who like breaking mice. Some of the best drag clicking mice are the bloody A70, known mainly by people as the bloody ABedless, which, you know, interesting name by someone who made it. This mouse gets around 60 CPS drag clicking if you're like really good at drag clicking. And it was actually specially made for drag clicking. It's made for Minecraft drag clicking, so yeah, pretty cool. Only it has a few problems. It's got an ugly hump on the back, which is like, why? They don't need to do that. That's not necessary. Plus, it weighs like 150 grams or something, which is horrible. It is. There is a problem though. The elephant's in the room, as you might say, and that's Bloody, the company. They're not very good at stocking up on their mice, so you can't really find an A70 anymore. Oh well, it's also 40 quid, but like you'll find it on eBay for like 100 quid if you're really not doing well. But it's not the only one, because there's the Rocket Cane 100 and 120, of which I have tested because my friend ABedless has a 120, of which I've used on multiple occasions. Actually, he also has an ABedless. Both these mice are really good for drag clicking, and they get the same CPS, which is around 40 CPS if you're like doing really well. So it's not as good as the ABedless, but it's cheaper and easier to find. I have no idea how much they weigh. I couldn't be bothered to research that. Nor could I be bothered to research what the type of switches they use, because I'm lazy. Pretty much the Rocket Cane 120 is literally just a better version. It's more comfortable in the hand, and it's got better materials on it for the hand, whereas the 100 has a better material for drag clicking on the mouse clicks. But and due to the 120 having better comfort, it's likely to have more price on it. But actually, it's normally about 10 quid more on Amazon. Actually, at times, it's been the cheaper one. The Cane 100 at one point on eBay was about 100 quid resale. So be careful. Don't buy mice over 60 quid for drag clicking. You'll waste your money instantly. But the 100 and 120, they cost between 30 to 40 quid, which is pretty good for a mouse. Yeah. Well, I hope you found this helpful, and me helpful for once, instead of just some crazy child and chicken mask. But if you have any questions you want to ask, just put them in the comments, and I'll be happy to hear them. But if you ask where I live, I'm just gonna say the ocean. I don't care. So yeah.
Subscribe.